As a real estate agent with a YouTube channel solely dedicated to talking about moving to Georgia, I could sit and talk for hours about why people are choosing to move here. But I'm not the only person who thinks that this is an incredible place to live.
I love it here too.
There was recently a post in a local Facebook page asking why are so many people moving here, and the comments were flooded with people who, maybe just like you, lived in another state and decided they wanted to make a move to Georgia for one reason or another. So you don't have to take just my word for it, but what did all of these people who made this very move have to say their motivation for choosing Georgia?
What brought you to Atlanta, business or pleasure?
Hi, I'm Sarah Maslowski with KeyPoint Homes Group, a local real estate agent right here in the Northeast Metro Atlanta area, specializing in helping people just like you relocate here to Georgia. The Northeast Metro Atlanta area constantly tops the charts for best places to live, best places to retire, raise a family, and the list goes on. In fact, we just made a video about how Johns Creek was named the #1 best place to live in all of America. So it's no surprise to me that people want to move here. So what did these residents have to say about why they chose Georgia and the Northeast Metro more specifically to relocate to? There were about 7 responses that I saw over and over and over again in the comment section of this post, most of which included some combination of the same 7 statements. One of the biggest repeat comments I saw was about the great schools, especially for students with special needs. This post was made in a page that is mainly focused in Forsyth County, so most of the residents were referring to the schools in that county. Many of the public schools here in Forsyth County have an 8 ranking or higher on greatschools.org. Now, I just gave this speech recently in that video on Johns Creek, which go check that one out, but schools are a very personal thing. As a former teacher, I feel like I need to make this reminder that just because a school has a high rating doesn't mean that it's going to be the best fit for your child. And just because a school has a low ranking doesn't mean that it's a bad school. I do think it speaks volumes to hear from the parents that came to the area specifically for the schools and that they are happy with their decision. There were multiple comments from parents of special needs children or children with learning disabilities, and someone made the comment that they were told that Forsyth has the best public special education in the state. Of course, families with school-age kids greatly value the opportunity for their kids to get a quality education, so this is a huge factor for many when they are wanting to decide where to relocate their family. The next that was on the top of people's list for reasons for moving here was the cost of living. People who have lived here all their lives love to chime in and say that this is not an affordable place. But there were many commenters who came from states like California and Washington where they said that the cost of living was exceptionally higher in their old places of living. Now, with an average sales price in the greater Atlanta of $564,000 for a home, it might not feel like the most affordable place in the country to live. But one commenter made a really great point in that it wasn't solely the affordability here, but the affordability and career alignment for most made it a great decision. A large majority of the people who commented, along with most of my clients I work with, come here for jobs. Whether it be a new job in the area or their current employer has an office here that they are moving them to. So many people move here for the great job opportunities. The Northeast Metro has a large tech industry, with Alpharetta being referred to as the technology city of the South. There are a lot of high-paying jobs that make the steep cost of living here more affordable. As the commenter before was saying, people's salaries match up better here with the cost of living than they do in other states like California, where they are making the same or maybe a little bit more amount of money, but the cost of living is so much higher. Many of the commenters were originally from California, New York, and Illinois. Now, I have recently helped many clients all from the same area in the Chicago suburbs, so this isn't a total shock to me, but I am hearing from more and more people from the Midwest that they are over the extremely high property taxes, which make your monthly payment way higher than it would be here, and they're also sick of shoveling snow. Who wants to do that?
I felt like I was shoveling snow in a blizzard.
Weather is a big reason I get from people all the time as to why they are moving to Georgia. They want to experience all 4 seasons without all of the natural disasters that they see in Florida and California, like hurricanes, earthquakes, fires. Now, I thought this commenter put it well when they said that they wanted a comfortable climate They didn't want to shovel snow or live among dirt and cactuses. Weather seems like it wouldn't be such a motivating factor, but it is continually a top reason. I hear from clients every single week when I talk to someone new who has decided to move here to Georgia. I also hear a lot from retirees that they do not want to shovel snow, that it's just too hard on their bodies, or the fear of driving in the winter in their current state. They want to be in the sun and they want to be able to enjoy all 4 seasons to get a break from the heat after a long summer. So Georgia beats out Florida for their retirement years. It is really nice to have all 4 seasons, hardly any snow, and not be majorly affected by natural disasters that are more prevalent in other areas of the country. The next comment I saw over and over again was how much people enjoy being close to both the beaches and the mountains. The Northeast Metro to me is such an ideal location for this very reason. We're just north of Atlanta, so if you want a taste of the city, you can head down there in an hour or so, depending upon that traffic and where you're coming from, or you can drive an hour or so north and be in the mountains for a totally different experience. If you're more of a beach person, you can go to Tybee Island on the coast of Georgia in about 5 hours. Spend a little bit more time in the car, you can go down to the panhandle of Florida to visit Panama City or Destin in 5 hours, or 6 hours, which will take you to Seaside Beach area, which has been a very popular vacation spot. It's so nice having all of these different options relatively close without having to take a plane ride. You can go from mountains to the city to the beach all in one state. Of course, another great thing about living in the North Metro, and something many people commented on, was just how nice it is being so close to such a huge airport. Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport is the world's busiest airport, and you can get just about anywhere in the world that you need to go. I've had clients in the past that had to frequently travel for work, and they were always having to fly first into Atlanta from the state that they were living in order to get on a connecting flight to their final destination. And eventually they decided, heck, it would just be easier to live near Atlanta and cut out always having to have a connecting flight. Many people also stated that they moved to Georgia for better healthcare and more accessible healthcare. Someone said that they frequently had to wait 6 to 8 months in order to be able to get an appointment in the state they lived in before, but here you have so many more options, which means that you are able to be seen quicker. There are also several huge hospital systems in our area with dozens of campuses, plus any and all specialists that you can think of. This is another great reason for retirees to choose this area, or for someone who just needs more options than just seeing a primary care doctor once a year. None of these reasons that all of these people said made them choose to live here surprised me. In fact, I have talked about every single one of these points before, since I hear them firsthand from clients who want to make a move here all the time. The overarching theme I also saw in so many comments was that all of these factors put together just make for a better quality of life. There were so many people that said that they were so happy that they had made the move, that they wished they had done it sooner. I could interview past clients who made the decision to relocate here, and they would say the same thing. Now, of course, no area is going to be absolutely perfect, and of course, people are going to have their complaints no matter where they end up. But people genuinely love living here. As a Georgia resident my whole life, I understand and agree with all of these things. I've lived in South Georgia, and I've talked about this in past videos, and that is a whole different experience to living here in North Georgia. Go check out this video if you want to learn more about that. But I love living here in the Northeast Metro, and it gives me such joy to help people make the move for all of these same reasons and more. So what do you think? Is there anything that didn't make this list of reasons why so many people are choosing to move here? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to make a move here to Georgia, I want to be your real estate agent. You can contact me by clicking the link in my pinned comment below this video. Make sure you check out these videos if you are interested in making the great state of Georgia your home.